boarded a ship before. Won't I be something of a nuisance?
Of course not, my dear. My friend Alvida owns an enormous ship. It could transport an army. I am certain she'll find a comfortable cabin for you.
It's very kind of you to help me this way, in any case. Thank you. I'm not accustomed to people doing favours without expecting something in return.
You can thank us when you're on board. We're not there yet.
I'm on patrol.
Thank you for taking me on your ship. It's extremely kind of all of you.
Now that you are safe, what can you tell us about this priest who was your client?
Jacquemus? A charmer. A gift with words. But I loved him despite all of that. I don't know what he was up to in the city, but I knew that his only mission was not to spread the good word to Peren. He was dipping his toes into dangerous matters. He would brag about it, thinking that made him interesting. Imbecile. But I imagine what interests you is where he might be found currently, no? Once, he told me that if he ever had to disappear, he would go and hide in the hospice in the old boroughs. That is all that I know. I hope you do find him. Could you give him this letter from me when you do?
Consider it done. Safe travels all the way to Teleme.
Thank you. I will write to you when I've settled in.
Now that Irene is safe, we only need to find our priest.
I would have preferred that he chose somewhere other than the old boroughs to run off to. It's a dangerous place.
We're all going to die. That's all that awaits us.
That big building over there, the one with the towers, that's where we've got to go.
That's right. We should take the street that goes under the arch on the right to get there. It will take a bit longer, but the alleys in this neighborhood are dodgy and full of rubble. We could run into some unsavory characters there. Or worse yet, get our clothes dirty.
Are you sure this street will take us there? It seems to be heading in the opposite direction.
If you want to get there faster, we could take the alley on the left. But you better draw your weapons. We won't get through there unscathed.
I see.
My uncle really neglected this area. It's become a real rat's nest full of the worst sort of vermin in town. We'd better stay on our guard and keep an eye on your purse. The pickpockets are particularly good here.
Just a small coin for a poor soul, my lords and ladies. If I may, you should watch your step around here. People from the Alliance are beating anyone who crosses their paths. It would seem that they're after someone. Would you have enough to spare for a piece of bread? Hunger's got a nasty bite.
How do you get by here?
Oh, it's not a good neighbourhood, that's for certain. We're all crammed in here together, the poor, sick, and forgotten. Oh, and the riff-raff as well, of course, cutthroats, pickpockets. Do be careful. There's more than one here who'd gladly lighten your purses, and is not afraid to use violence. Well, there's a refuge here. They're good with us, and they give us soup, and they heal us up when we're wounded. It's not the paradise of the enlightened, but it's better than nothing.
I'm going to tell you a story from my people to lighten the load of your worries.
Oh, now, I love stories. If it's a good one, I'll tell it to my friends.
Once, long ago on Tir Fradi, there lived a young hunter. He was not only the best archer of his clan, but the best of the island. He became quite full of pride, and began to behave with the other youth of his village as if he walked on higher ground. One day, while he was about to shoot at a magnificent buck just for the pleasure of hitting his mark and not to feed his clan, he saw a very beautiful woman walk by him. So beautiful that he fell instantly in love. The beauty promised him love under one condition. Since he was so talented, she didn't want him to hunt a deer, but the moon itself. The hunter tried for days and days. He even crafted a new bow. He began to lose sleep and his appetite because all of his attempts failed. Exhausted and weak, he went to the beautiful woman again to admit his failure. She mocked him for his tremendous pride. Then she transformed into a doe and ran off in a few leaps. The hunter of the moon then understood that the person he'd loved was the spirit of the forest. From that day on, he became sensitive to the balance of life and became more generous to other young folk.
That is a beautiful story. Truly. I like it very much. I'm gonna have something to tell my friends, that's for sure. But we'll still have nothing to share to eat.
We'll be leaving.
Thank you again for your help.
Well, how about that? Islanders aren't so common around here. It's a pleasant surprise. Do you feel ill or hurt? Are you lost? What might I do for you?
Might you have crossed paths with a priest of Teleme? We heard he came here.
A priest? None of my visitors made themselves known as such.
No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry.
You can ask around other people if you want, but please take care not to trouble their recovery or overly tire them.
Yes, several of our sick are in extremely poor condition.
I understand. Thank you, Doctor. We'll leave you to your patients.
Goodbye. We wish you well.
Good day. I am sorry to bother you, but we are looking for a friend. A priest of Teleme. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Believe you me, if I knew a priest, I would already be kneeling beside him in search of some comfort.
Here, take this. It will not heal you, but it should reduce the pain.
Thank you. You are so kind. It works very well. I feel hardier than I have felt in days. I think I know who you're looking for. There is a man who uses, or should I say used, the power of the enlightened to soothe the sickly, but he was taken in. He is in the parts reserved for those on their deathbed. Your friend doesn't have much time left.
Forgive me, I have to pray.
Giacomus? Giacomus?
Who are you? What do you want from me?
Good day. Would you have a moment? We are looking for a friend.
Even several moments, perhaps. Up until death takes me away. But if your friend is around here, he might even have less time than I. How can I help you?
We are going to leave you.
Already? Oh, what a pity. I love having visitors.
What are you doing here? You can't save me. I don't have long to live.
Father Cardinal Pius sent us to help you. We're friends of Faustus.
Fausta. She never liked me, you know. But if the Father Cardinal sent you, you're too late.
You're not dead yet. We can take you to Pius.
I don't think I'd make it that far. But that's not important. You must find the coffer.
The coffer? What are you talking about?
A coffer containing documents. I stole it from people in the Alliance. I wanted to find out what they were up to.
And did you open it?
No, only the Father Cardinal must open it. And besides, I wouldn't have had the time. I was forced to hide it in a sort of courtyard while they were pursuing me.
I knew there was more to that priest than he was telling us. And I'd give anything to know what's in those documents.
In your shoes, I wouldn't do that. Find the coffer and give it to Pius. If you open it, he will be very angry. And he never forgets a grudge.
Where exactly did you drop the coffer?
In the northeastern part of the neighborhood. Where it's nearly crumbling into the river.
Thank you. We'll try to find it. Your friend Irene helped us find you. She wrote you this letter.
My darling Irene. A ray of sunshine in my dying days. How is she?
Don't you worry about your friend. The Alliance wanted to capture her so they could get to you, but we got her to safety. She's safe and sound aboard a Naut ship where the Alliance goons can't lay a finger on her. It's our friend Alvida's ship.
Oh, you did the right thing. She's so sweet. She doesn't deserve any trouble on my account. I am very grateful that you've helped her. At least, I can die in peace.
We'll look for the coffer and send you some help.
It's too late for that. The coffer is all that matters. Give my regards to Fausta and the Father Cardinal.
Stay with us, Giacomus.
May the Enlightened keep you. Protect the coffer.
He's dead.
Poor man. He died for a few stolen bits of intelligence. It seems to me that we should continue his work and find this coffer.
Let's go search the courtyards in the northeastern part of the sector, near the river.
Do you think this is the coffer Jacquemus was telling us about?
It looks like it. I have to admit that I have an incredible urge to open it to see what is in it. I'm sure it's hiding all manner of villainous secrets that could prove themselves very useful. Don't tell me none of you have an itch to know more.
There's a chance the Father Cardinal won't appreciate that we opened the box Jacquemus did so much to get back. Put it in our things. We'll give it to Pius when we see him.
Halt! Sorry to interrupt you, but you're going to have to give us that coffer. And let me be clear, this is not a request.
You dare give me an order? To me? A de Vespe? Here in Peren? You've lost your mind or you're completely drunk.
Either you hand it over to us, or you will be reported to the authorities for theft. I doubt that the de Vespe family will appreciate that a savage and their companions have stolen from a diplomatic mission.
But you'd need to still be standing to complain to them.
You asked for this? To arms, my friends!
The enemy is here! Attack!
I believe we have done all that we could in this sordid affair.
Would you like to continue wondering about these vile boroughs, or may we return to the embassy?
Let's return to the embassy.
It would be best if we sped up our pace, or our priest might lose his life. The Alliance is hot on his trail.
You're right. We need to be quick. I regret to inform you that Jacquemus, your priest, died from the wounds the men from the Alliance gave him.
May the Malagor take them. Poor Jacquemus. I will miss him. I imagine you discovered he was meant to recover important documents from the Alliance?
Yes. Why did you let us think that Jacquemus was a simple priest when you knew that he had embarked upon a perilous mission?
Even though I suspected that Jacquemus was in trouble, I never once thought his very life would be in danger. I had suspected it would be enough to simply put you on his trail, without implicating you in the political affairs of Thélème.
I wasn't sure which way your feelings bent towards my nation. In my feeble defense, your group is quite varied in origin. One of you even belongs to the Alliance. At the time, I thought it would be better to not tell you too much. But that was a mistake, and I am sorry. The subject is closed. Did you recover the documents Jacquemus was seeking?
Yes. Here is the coffer that he stole. We were able to recover it from where he had hidden it.
Thank you. You have rendered me an immense service. Thanks to the contents of the coffer, we should be able to put a halt to the Alliance's intrigues. Your help has proven itself valuable. So in order to prove my gratitude, and to make amends for my guilty silence, I've requested that a fowler join your group with a supply of messenger birds. This will allow you to send and receive messages with the continent without risking the public aviaries.
I must admit that I'm a little surprised. Did Captain Alvida give her permission?
Of course. And believe me, you will soon come to appreciate the freedom offered by these feathered messengers. It goes without saying that I would be delighted to vouch for you, if you still want to meet the two great families of the congregation. You've done me an admirable service. I will not forget it.
Your recommendation would indeed be very helpful.
Consider it done. I will immediately send letters to the de Vespes and the D'Orsays to inform them.
We shall leave, Your Excellency.
May the Enlightened watch over you, my children. My children, it's always a pleasure to see you. What can I do for you?
We shall...
Greetings! You are Father Cardinal Pius's young friends. It's a pleasure to meet you. I see you're from Tirfradi. You really must find time to discuss your island. Please, forgive my prattling. I'm the ambassador of Serene here in the city. You asked to meet me.
That's right, Sir Darjonton. I was snatched from my island along with one of my friends several months ago and taken to Olima by people from the Alliance.
How appalling. Please know that our nation does not approve of this kind of practice under any circumstances.
I'm glad to hear that. Today we are trying to return home. We have a ship, but as you know, such an expedition is costly.
To say the least. The creation of our trading post, New Serene, cost us a fortune.
We hoped that the D'Orsay family would be able to finance this voyage. And of course, the ship could also carry cargo.
I appreciate that. And I want you to know that I sympathize with your situation. However, our ships are already prepared. And we generally try to minimize the number of passengers so as to carry as much merchandise as possible. It would be very difficult for me to convince the prince to sponsor a new expedition to Tirfradi.
Very difficult, but perhaps not impossible. What could we do to make it easier for you?
Well, I hesitate to even entertain this idea, especially as I wouldn't even know where to start. But as you have no doubt learned, the D'Orsays are in perpetual competition with the de Vespes. For the moment, our family still governs the congregation, but this situation may not last. The de Vespes are always trying to shift the balance by strengthening their influence with other families and cities. I know they're up to something, but I don't know exactly what. If you were able to help us foil their plans, the prince would owe you a great debt and would be much more inclined to grant your request.
You do know I'm a de Vespe, don't you?
Yes. But if you're here and not at your uncle's palace, it means that, for whatever reason, you consider us more trustworthy.
I can understand why Claude d'Orsay made you his man in Peren. You're as clever as they say. I think I know what plan you're referring to, and I may have an idea on how to put a stop to it.
I'm delighted to hear it.
I'll tell you about it later, if you don't mind.
All right.
I'll leave you to think about it. Unless there's anything else you'd like to discuss.
We'll leave you to your work.
Thank you. Come back if you need my insights.
When we were speaking with Sir Dargenton, you said you had an idea that might be able to get us their help.
Yes, I did. You ought to know that my uncle has a twisted desire to assert our family's superiority over the other families. Over the D'Orsay family in particular, of course. His dream is to prove that our family descends from a royal Astrain line. That would allow him to assert the antiquity of our family's nobility over all the others. And it would make us the rightful leaders of the merchant congregation.
I see. Do you think there's any proof of such a lineage?
If there is, it's waiting to be found at the bottom of some ruins. Trust me, my uncle will finance all the voyages you want in exchange for that kind of evidence. And the D'Orsays would love to make it disappear. I've heard that my uncle's obsession has soared to new heights ever since he started a new archaeological dig. He's even brought in a specialist from the Alliance. That's how serious he is about this site.
So, are you suggesting that we go and participate in the dig and steal any evidence we can find?
Exactly. Then we could give it to whomever we think is most trustworthy. They'll all be so happy that I'm sure they'll agree to finance our trip.
In that case, let's go to those ruins. Look out! Guards!
Oh, I thought I'd already told you that the dig wasn't open to the public.
Although my eloquence has little effect on ministers and other high-ranking diplomats, I'm sure I'll be able to persuade this guard if you want me to. I haven't properly introduced myself. I'm Sybille de Vespe, the prince's niece. As you are no doubt aware, my uncle is very interested in this dig, and he's asked me to come and survey the site on his behalf. These people who are with me are specialists in archaeological excavations who have previously conducted digs in Taimir. Their experience is absolutely essential for me to be able to evaluate the progress of the site.
All right, very well, Lady de Vespe. You may enter. Just be careful where you put your feet. These old ruins can be dangerous.
Oh, you're finally here. I thought the prince had forgotten about us.
I'm sorry, you are...
You are sent by Prince de Vespe, aren't you? You don't know how badly we need help here.
Yes, the prince sent us, but he didn't give us much information.
The dig we're conducting here is of the utmost importance. These ruins have never been excavated before. Can you believe it? But this is undoubtedly a hugely significant part of the ancient city. The place where the kings were buried. Unfortunately, the area is teeming with all kinds of creatures who care nothing for the historical discoveries we might make. But all that will change soon, thanks to you. Come on, I must introduce you to the rest of the team. Oh, allow me to introduce... There are our treasure compasses. You had a good idea bringing them here, Grip. They're fantastic. There are a few new faces, but it don't matter. Bringing these islanders here is an excellent idea.
If I didn't know Ludwig, I'd be tempted to believe that Dutton is only inhabited by madmen bent on making our lives miserable.
Marvelous. I gather you already know each other? What a happy coincidence.
I'm not sure we can really say it was a happy coincidence. The last time we saw them, they were holding one of us prisoner.
Oh, come now. That's more than a bit of an exaggeration. We were just using our strengths to encourage you to use your gifts. And you should know that since last we met, we have become honest archaeologists on the advice of my dear friend. Now, we must be going, as we'd like to explore one of the tunnels more fully. Please. They make for very peculiar company, but they've proved useful in repelling the attacks of several creatures. Where were we? This is Flora de Beaumont. I believe she is related to the prince. She is here to supervise the dig.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Although I can't match our friend's level of expertise, I like to think I can claim some knowledge of history, and these excavations are fascinating.
Your help is invaluable, my friend. Invaluable. Just think, she was the one who convinced the prince how important this site is. And she was right. I know that the discoveries we're going to make here will give us a better understanding of the Astrain civilization.
I didn't have to insist much. The prince has always been fascinated by the ruins in the region.
Flora, the last time we saw each other, we were just children. I heard you're engaged to Octave now. Is that right?
Yes, that's true. That means we're almost cousins, doesn't it?
You have my deepest sympathy, darling. I hope you won't have to suffer much from his moods.
Now we have two members of the de Vespe family with us, if I understand correctly. I hope that will motivate the prince to continue funding this dig.
And you are?
I'm sorry, my dear. I'm sure all these people are absolutely fascinating and have skills that are very useful to our mission. But there's no time to lose. History awaits us. Well, we think that the tower behind me is the key to entering the Tomb of the Kings.
Or rather, this one and all the other towers like it. You'll have to inspect them all. Be very careful. There are lots of creatures around, and there could also be traps.
In the meantime, we'll be working on the lift and sorting the objects we found so far.
Let's see what we can find.
I imagine you have a thorough understanding of Astrain culture, its mythology.
Well, I studied it, of course, but it was such a long time ago.
Oh, in that case, take this book. I wrote it a few years back. It sums up what we know about this civilization's deities. It might be useful. The Astrians often used references to their gods to activate mechanical devices.
Thank you. We'll start exploring.
Oh, marvelous. Remember to keep us informed if you discover anything interesting. you're back. Well, what do you think of these ruins? Promising, aren't they?
Yes, indeed.
But there was something you wanted to ask me, wasn't there?
What can you tell us about the Astrain civilization?
Oh, a great many things. It all depends on how much time you have. I could go on about it forever. Our research and the texts we have discovered suggest that the Astrain civilization emerged in the region of the Tyne Estuary. It was originally a largely agrarian civilization, but it seems evident that they intermingled with other, more warlike peoples. That can be seen notably in their pantheon, as well as in the evolution of their architecture. They migrated from the Tyne to this area, and it was here that they really began to succeed, eventually controlling the entire southern part of the continent. They flourished culturally and artistically for centuries until disasters and invasions brought their reign to an end. We can learn a lot from them, both about the past of our continent and the fragile nature of civilizations.
You're not from around here. Why did the prince choose you? What is your role here exactly?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I am considered one of the world's leading experts in Astrain archaeology and history. I imagine that's why the prince approached me. He feels very strongly that our findings should be documented, that research should be conducted, and that is precisely my speciality. I ensure that the excavation is carried out according to the proper procedures, so everyone can benefit from what we learn here.
What exactly does an archaeologist do?
Until a few years ago, the main purpose of digs of this kind was to unearth art, to be used as decorations in palaces. It was more like looting than anything else. There was no research or study of the ruins that were excavated, and so much knowledge was lost. Our job as archaeologists is to document our discoveries. We make sure that no knowledge is lost in the process, so that we can better understand these ancient civilizations.
What can you tell us about the archaeological dig you're leading here?
We began recently, at Lady Flora's behest, as I've already told you. The Prince de Vespe is very interested in Astrain history, especially their royal bloodlines. There are so many ruins in the region that he hasn't been able to fully fund the digs. But he is very keen to unearth the tombs of the kings. That's how we were able to get his support to start our research here. It's thrilling. I'm sure there are groundbreaking discoveries to be made here. However, we've only just begun, so we have to go slowly, especially with all those creatures lurking about.
We are going to return to our investigations.
By all means, and let me know if you discover anything of even the slightest importance.
This old mechanism still works. I find it hard to believe. It looks ancient.
I imagine there are others like it in these ruins. Keep your eyes peeled.
We can't use this bridge. We'll have to go around.
We could go along this ledge. Maybe there's a way through a bit further on.
Your armor won't protect you anymore.
Let's show them what we're made of!
I have nothing to protect me from magic.
It's locked.
Well, have you discovered anything of note?
Unfortunately, for the time being, our exploration has been blocked by this landslide.
Ah, yes. The site is unfortunately quite unstable in places.
But don't worry, I notified the prince and he promised us that he would send us explosives to clear the way quickly. They should arrive tomorrow morning, I imagine. Unless you have some with you and can clear it all away yourself, which would be a stroke of luck.
We've at least finally managed to get the lift working.
Would you like to come and rest at the camp with us while we wait for the delivery?
Thank you for the invitation. We'd be delighted to return to the camp with you.
Excellent. It's just a minor setback, and at least we'll be well rested tomorrow.
Did you have any other questions?
Again? When will they learn?
This armor is useless now!
Curses! My deflection is gone!
I have nothing to protect me from magic!
Is everyone all right?
I think so. I'm all in one piece. What a horrific attack.
Sadly, poor young Flora is dead. The looters must have killed her first, no doubt, before we could intervene.
No. Oh, poor Flora. She was so passionate about our research and so kind. What sort of monster would be willing to kill a young woman while she sleeps? What were they hoping to find? We haven't even made it into the heart of the ruins yet. Oh, the prince is going to be devastated. I hope he won't put a stop to our research.
I hope so too.
And let's hope the explosives arrive tomorrow, as expected. We must make a discovery fast if we want to keep the prince's support. Let's get some rest. I doubt we'll be attacked again tonight. Did you have any other questions?
Let's show them what we're made of!
This armor is useless now!
I have nothing to protect me from magic!
Curses! My deflection is gone! Now I'm going to have to buy some new armor.
Let's show them what we're made of!
This armor is useless now!
Curses! My deflection is gone! Now I'm going to have to buy some new armor.
Watch your step. There are traps. Let's show them what we're made of!
This armor is useless now! This armor is useless now!
Curses! My deflection is gone!
I have nothing to protect me from magic!
Now I'm going to have to buy some new armor.
I need help from someone! I'm wounded!
I need healing! My armor is now useless!
It's locked. Watch your step. There are traps.
This armor is useless now. This armor is useless now.
Curses! My deflection is gone.
I have nothing to protect me from magic!
Did you hear that sound? That last lever seems to have triggered something.
I think we've just opened the door of the Tomb of the Kings. It's truly incredible. I wonder what we'll find inside.
Let's show them what we're made of!
This armor is useless now.
Your armor won't protect you anymore! I have nothing to protect me from magic!
Curses! My deflection is gone.
Beware! You no longer have deflection.
wonderful! You did it! We're going to be able to enter the tomb at last! If we want to document everything in these ruins, it's going to take years of work and research.
I don't see how we could use this. That might come in handy. I can't do anything with this. This is just what we needed. That might come in handy.
These sculptures are incredible. They are in a style that is quite different. Wonderful, you did it! We're going to be able to enter the tomb at last. This text is a major find. Look, these are the names of all the kings of the last Astrain dynasty.
Yes, it's unbelievable. My mentor would have loved to have been a part of this discovery.
Look at the second to last name. Vespe. That's the archaic spelling of de Vespe, isn't it? Flora would have been so proud to present this find to the prince.
This tablet reveals an almost direct lineage between one of the kings of the last Astrain dynasty and the de Vespe family.
Oh, I imagine that to acquire such a relic, the family will be prepared to pay a small fortune.
Ingo, I don't think it's...
Shall we take it, Master?
Ingo, not! You wouldn't dare, would you? Or leaving aside the prince's hopes, you're about to deprive all of the historians in the world of this discovery. Well, the historians will have to wait until the future owner of this tablet is willing to show it to them, I guess. Think of it as a kind of loan, a temporary change of ownership. Just long enough to make us rich.
I thought you'd already demonstrated the full extent of your stupidity, but I was wrong. If you think we're going to let you take that tablet without a fight, think again.
Oh, I ain't resorting to violence. But if I understand correctly, you leave us no choice. Not to arms!
Hey lads, we're finally gonna have some
This
fun!
armor is useless now!
Stand aside. I'm gonna wipe... them from the face of the earth. I have nothing to protect me from magic.
This armor is useless now.
Curses! My deflection is gone.
Please, stop! Take the tablets and let us live! Ingo got a bit carried away, but he won't do it again, will you?
Of course, we made a mistake. It was just a sudden fit of greed. But I promise you, it won't happen again.
Fine. Leave and don't ever come back.
Oh, I promise you. I give you my word. As a gentleman.
Come on, Ingo. Let's leave quickly before they change their minds. And you need medical attention.
I could never have imagined that those people would try to attack us like that. I'm glad you were able to scare them off. It would have been a tragedy if they'd have stolen this incredible tablet.
Indeed. And it would be good to get it somewhere safe as quickly as possible. If it's all right with you, we can take it straight to the prince.
That's an excellent idea. The dig site is far from secure, so it's best to get this discovery somewhere safe as quickly as possible. Poor Flora. At least your death wasn't entirely in vain. Oh, perhaps the prince will be able to forgive us for what happened. I just hope, in the light of such progress, he will continue to give us the support we need to carry on the dig.
We'll go to the palace immediately. Good luck with the dig, Garib.
Thank you. It will probably take me months.
You're a safe distance from the prison. I imagine you're expecting me to introduce myself? Sybille de Vespe, at your service. But you must have questions. Who is this mysterious woman, really? How does she
Let's talk.
Always at your service.
Halt! The minister only sees visitors by recommendation.
We have the endorsement of Father Cardinal Pius. I presume he sent word?
Oh? Yes, I think we were told that a group of his protégés wished to speak with the minister. You may enter.
You're the Father Cardinal's new protégés, I gather. I must admit, you're not what I expected.
Hello, Mr. Durrill. It is a real pleasure to see you again.
Mademoiselle de Vespe, you have some very strange associates. But I shouldn't be surprised after your stunt in Olima. Well, what is your request?
We would like an audience with the prince. We've made a major breakthrough that will be of great interest to him.
Really? What is it?
Excavations he commissioned to find archaeological evidence of the antiquity of his family line. We were able to enter the Tomb of the Kings.
If what you say is true, I'm sure the prince will be delighted to see you. I'll go and inform him of the reason for your visit. His Majesty Prince Alexandre is expecting you.
Thank you. We'll go and see him straight away. Your Grace.
We meet at last. You're the islander whose name is on everyone's lips. You're becoming something of a celebrity in Peren. Especially because you're always surrounded by such a motley band of characters, including my delightful niece. I was dying to meet you in the flesh.
Uncle, I'm ever so happy to see you.
Sybille, dearest. If you hadn't caused such a diplomatic hurly-burly in Alima, you would still have your place here, at my side. I imagine it was just an offshoot of your adventurous nature. Now that you've decided to put it to use for our cause, I can only applaud it. I was told you seek our support to finance an expedition to Tir Fradi, unless I'm mistaken.
That's right. We have a ship and a captain, but as you know, the cost of such a journey requires the backing of a nation.
Essentially, you hope I will pay for your trip home after you washed ashore in my city.
As we told your minister, we are certain this arrangement could be profitable for you. The ship can carry a large quantity of goods.
Perhaps, but as I'm sure you've already discovered, the congregation's only trading post on the island is run by the Dorsays. However, we could consider backing you if it brought us something that served our interests directly. And I believe you have news about my investigations in that regard.
That's right. We went to the ruins you are excavating. There we helped the archaeologist Garib, and we managed to reach the tomb of the kings.
At last. I feared this whole venture would not prove fruitful, despite the enthusiasm of the lovely Flora. And what did you find?
The tomb is immense and full of all sorts of artifacts. Garib is studying them right now.
I hope he's not going to spend months on every scrap of pottery. I'm looking for something very specific from this dig, as you no doubt know. And I obviously can't promise to endorse your request until I've got it. Although I appreciate the fact that you've come to inform me of the progress of the research.
I understand.
Come back and see me if you find the proof I'm looking for. Until then, if you're finished, you may leave.
There is another subject we would like to discuss with you.
I'm listening, but please hurry. My time is too valuable to waste.
If your highness permits, we shall live.
As you will. You may go.
We found something in the ruins that should interest you.
At last. What did you find?
This tablet, which, according to Garib's analysis, lists all the kings of the last Astrain dynasty.
Excellent. And what does the list say?
One of the kings was named Vespe, which would make him a direct ancestor of your family. Here.
Sadly, I can't read the Astrian tongue, but if Garib is sure of this...
He is, without a doubt.
At last! The Dorsays will have to bow to the antiquity of our bloodline, and the other families will put them in their rightful place. How wonderful! I must admit that our little Flora was right. I'm surprised not to see her with you. Where is she?
I am very sorry to tell you that Flora was killed in an attack on our camp by looters.
Is that so? How distressing. Octave will be heartbroken. You're used to this kind of conflict. Couldn't you protect her?
Unfortunately, the bandits shot her before the alarm was raised. There was nothing we could do.
Poor child. I'll make sure that her memory is honored by naming this tablet after her. As for you, my dear friends, I am very pleased to provide you with the financial support of the city of Peren for your journey, in appreciation of the great assistance you have provided through your invaluable discovery and for your prompt delivery of this tablet to me. I'll have Sir Daryl arrange for your ship to be loaded with goods that will be snapped up on your island. I'll also ask him to appoint someone to travel with you and arrange for the goods to be traded once you're there. Oh, when you're ready to leave, Go and find the head of trade. She'll be waiting for you in the Square of the Forgotten Goddess in the city center.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Now that that's done, was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
If Your Highness permits, we shall live.
As you will. You may go.